So, good evening, everyone. So, as we have started the class now, this is the third session. So, I hope you remember what all we learned in the past two sessions. And without wasting any time, I think we'll just go on learning today's topic. So, I'll just share my screen to start the class now. Just a minute. So, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, in today's session, we are going to be learning on the new topic that is while loop. In the last class, we learned for loop, and I hope you all remember what we learned in last class. So, in today's class, we'll start by learning while loop. Yeah. So, we'll start by learning while loop in today's class, and then we'll learn about break statements, continue statement, and we'll have a small question solving session. And then at the end, I will tell you guys your this week's assignment. So, are you all ready for today's class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you are. So,
Please
let's
make a response, guys. Sibinath, Nitish, Bharat, Jaswin, all these people, you please respond.
yeah,
All are
thank you,
ready,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, start
Yeah.
it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, in today's class, as I told you, we'll be learning about while loop. So, in the last class, we learned about for loop, right? Can anybody of you tell me what for loop was? Can anybody of you remember and tell me what it was?
For loop is the repetition of commands. The commands are like executed multiple times.
Yeah, you're right. So, as you said, for loop will be repeating the command until we tell it to stop. So just like that, while loop, you use it. I'll give you an example so that you can understand it better. So now you haven't cleaned your room. You haven't cleaned your room, and your mother will come and tell you to clean your room. So if you don't clean your room, what will your mother do? She'll come and tell you to clean it again. And then if you don't do it again, she'll come and tell you to do it again and again until you do it, until you clean your room. So while loop is just like that. You'll give while loop, you'll give a condition in the code, and then as long as the condition that you've written is done, then only then the while loop will be stopping. So I'll show you guys a example. So so here you guys can see my code, right? Can you see my code here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same code as written in this presentation. So I'll just start by explaining the code. I'll tell you what the code means, and then I'll make you understand it better. So here we have a variable that is counter. So inside counter, the number 1 is stored. So counter is equal to 1, and while counter is, can you tell me what this symbol means?
Bharat, can you please tell what is the symbol stands for?
Greater than.
Is it greater than? It is less than.
Okay, I think you guys are having some trouble understanding the symbol.
See,
I have,
if I can actually by using my right hand, no, I can I can actually give the symbol like this. So this is called as greater than. Okay, right hand, by using the right hand. So this is greater than. By left hand, I can give like this. So this is less than. Which hand is more important? Most of the people, we people are right hand. Right is right. So the main thing, the greater than symbol, we can represent by using the right hand. The less than symbol, we can represent it by using the left hand. Now you just tell me, Bharat, right? Bharat.
Yes.
Yeah, Bharat, now tell me what is that symbol?
Lesser than symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Bharat. So here, as I said, counter is equal to 1, while counter is less than 5. Yeah. So while counter is less than 5, I wrote here print counter, and below that I wrote print counter plus 1. So what this code actually means is, here we have a variable named counter, and the value stored in the variable is 1. So while counter is less than 5, so what this line basically means is that when the counter, now the counter is beginning with 1, it's like a starting point. So when this starting point, when this number is less than 5 or equal to 5, we should print counter. So what is inside counter? What is inside counter? The variable counter, what is inside it is the number 1. And then below this line, you can see I've written counter plus 1. So in the starting, the after we execute the code, the computer will check if the counter is less than or equal to 5. And then if it is, it will print counter. So we have started the number by 1, right? We have started the counter. The starting point is 1. And while counter is less than 5 or equal to 5. So after 1, so I told, right, I've written print counter. So it'll print counter after checking if the number is less than 5 or equal to 5. After checking, now the starting point is 1. The starting number is 1. So 1 is less than 5, right? So it'll print 1. And then after printing, you'll add one more number to the counter. So the variable counter stores the value 1. And if you add one more number to the variable counter, then the number will be 2. So when you say counter plus 1, then the counter will be 2. And then the computer will check the code again. Is the value less than 5 or equal to 5? So 1 plus 1 is 2. And 2 is less than 5. So it will print 2. And then after printing, the computer will repeat the code all over again. And then it will print counter, that is 2. And then after printing that, it will add one more number to the number 2. It will add one more number to the variable counter. And then after adding, the computer will check, is this number lesser than 5 or equal to 5? And then it will print 3 because 3 is lesser than 5. And then it will do the same to 4, the number 4. And then at the end, when it comes to 5, it will check if the number 5 is less or equal to 5, less than or equal to 5. So now that 5 is equal to 5, it will print. Now when we go to 6, when we type number, now if you want 6 to come in this, it won't happen. Because the condition that we are given here is print the number, like add one more number to the numbers until it reaches 5. So if I want 6 to come, it won't happen because 6 is greater than 5. Am I right? 6 is greater than 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've given a condition here that if the number is less than 5, only then it prints. Only then it prints the output. So if it is greater than 5, it won't be printing. So we've given the starting point as 1 and the ending point as 5. So the numbers that are printed here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see here in the output box here, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are printed. And all those numbers are less than 5 and equal to 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you guys understood this code, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I have one more code, sample code for you. You can understand it some more. You can understand what while loop is through this. So in this code, what I've done is I've written count is equal to 0, message equals hello. While count is less than 3, print message count plus 1. So it's a bit similar to the first code that we've seen. In this first code, I've used only numbers. I have not used any words. But in this, I've used one word, that is hello. So can you guys tell me how this code works? It's easy. If you don't know, I'll help you. So can anybody try explaining this code?
Like, can I?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like in that count is equal to 0. Like for that count variable, you have given like a value 0 and a message is hello.
We're giving a value to the
Like
variable
yeah,
message.
value to the word count, and while like it means when the count is lesser than 3, it should print that message. Like the message is substituted like that hello, the
The
word
value
hello is
of the
substituted to
value of the
message.
message will be printed. The value of the message will be printed. What is the value of the message?
3.
Hello,
Hello, hello. What is the value of the count? That is 0.
0.
What is the value of the message? That is hello. Yeah,
Hello.
now you continue, Kundan.
Yeah, like if that value is lesser than that count, and it will print the message like hello will substitute instead of message. Like the word hello will be substituted in the place of message. Like in
Yeah.
that last second line, you have printed print message. Like in that upper line, message is equal to hello. Like hello is like an value for that variable message.
Yeah, print
Yeah,
is
you're
the
right.
function which help us to print the value of a message. So, hello, that's it. It's not substitute. Yeah, the value will be printed. Yeah, correct. Content will be printed. Next one, the third statement. What is that?
I'm like uh,
Count equal to count plus 1. The count's value
count
is incremented to 1. Now, what
1
is the value of the count? 1,
1.
right? Now, continue. Now 0 got printed, 1 got printed. 1 is actually, 1 is we are going to check. Yeah. Who will check? Nitish, can you help Kundan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. If the value, Kundan explained very well, if the value of the count as 0, what will happen? Nitish, now you will be explaining, if the value of the count is 1, what will happen?
Mom, can I?
Yeah, we will give chance to everyone, Kundan, because you have
Okay.
already explained. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. I think actually I have to get back to you only. Bharat,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please explain if the value of the count equal to 1, okay, then what will happen?
Ma'am, the hello will be printed one time.
So, while 1 is less than 3, like that you explain?
1 is less than 3. The
Yeah, that
one,
is true or false? That is?
ma'am?
1 is less than 3. The statement is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like count is less than 3. That is correct only. So it is actually coming into the loop. So what is that? Hello.
Ma'am, and 2 is lesser than 3. So again, the hello is coming in the loop.
Yeah.
And 3 is equal to 3. And third time also hello is coming in the loop.
No, third time won't come. 3 is lesser than 3. It is false. So it won't come. This is for 0. First hello for 0. Second hello for 1. Third hello for count equal to 2. Am I correct? And
Yes, ma'am, you're correct.
yeah. So when the values of the count is 0, 1, 2, then hello will be printed. If the value equal to 3, what will happen? Whether 3 is less than 3? No. 3 is less than 3 alla. 3 is equal to 3. That is correct. But we are checking whether 3 is less than 3. No. So it won't come. That condition is false. So it won't execute anything. You are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can once more, can you please explain who is that next one? Nitish, can you please explain what is this? And whether you have any other programs for while?
Not right now, but if you give me some time,
Can you
I'll do
please?
it.
Yeah. You just actually give the count as 2.
Okay.
Noda, you make it count is equal to 0 only, while count is less than 2. This one, who is going to explain?
Ma'am,
Kundan's turn. Yeah, Bharat.
ma'am,
Nitish, can you explain? Nitish or Sibinath?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'll explain.
Nitish, can you explain for this program? For this code,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
will happen?
I'm like 0 is less than 2, ma'am. So
Uh,
the hello word will be printed
Printed
twice.
for when the count equal to 0. Next, what will happen?
Ma'am, while count is less than 2. So 0 is less than 2. So the word hello will be printed twice.
Okay. Then when count equal to 1, it will be printed. Then what is the value? Next value, count equal to count plus 1. When count equal to 2, what will happen? 2 is less than 2. It is false statement, so it won't come to
Yeah.
the loop. Okay. Yeah, very good, Nitish. And what is the next code, next logic, what you're going to teach? While you're on mute.
Yeah. It's break and continue statements.
Today only?
Yeah.
Okay.
So should I continue, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys understood this, right? Both me and ma'am have explained it very well. So you guys understood what while loop basically means, right? A small brief explanation about while loop. You got the idea, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So now what we have next is just a minute. Yeah. So the next topic or the next part that we have is break statement and continue statement. So to do the break statement and continue statement, I'll hand over to Jashwin right now. He'll teach you guys what break statement and continue statements mean and how they work. Jashwin, you can go on. And should I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hello everyone. I am going to teach break statement. So what is break statement? The break statement is exits a loop permissively when a specific condition is met. Now, for example, a given there is a code given there, counter is equal to 1, which is initializing. This line initializes the variable counter to 1, which means the variable is being given a specific number or a value as 1. In the next line, here we can see there is a while loop added. This while loop that will continue to execute as long as much the value of counter is. It means like it will keep on printing till the number 5 comes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will print like till less than or equal to 5. And then what the fourth code is, the third code is if condition with break. Inside the loop, there is an if condition that checks if counter is equal to 3. If the condition is true, then it when means equals 3, then the statement is executed. Means it will stop executing there itself. The break statement immediately terminates the loop, exiting the while loop. So what is the use of break is nothing but it stops the code where it is being executed. Like it will stop where it comes and equals 3. if the loop condition counter is less than or equal to 5, it will be still printing where it shows is still true. Next is printing the counter. If the if condition is not met, for example, counter is not equal to 3, then this line or prints the current value of counter. What is the value of counter? Counter is equal to 1. So yeah, it will print counter is equal to 1. So incrementing the counter, next line is counter plus 1 is equal to plus is equal to 1. After printing the value, this line increments the value of counter by 1, which means it increments is nothing but adding. It keeps on adding 1. And what will be the final result is output will be 1 and 2. Here we can say that the first line, which is the while loop, I mean the second line, the while loop starts with counter set to 1 and continues as long as counter is less than or equal to 5. The if statement checks if counter equals to 3, and if so, it breaks out of the loop. If counter is not 3, the loop prints the value of counter and increments it. Here it's nothing but if 5 or is equal to less than 5 or equal to 5, if there is any value number called 3, it will remove the number 3 and add remaining values like 1 and 2. Yeah, that's
Can you share? Yeah, it's a very good, wonderful explanation. Is there any programs you have?
I have only this program given example.
Yeah, and
I'll just stop the screen sharing then, ma'am. I'll let him share it.
uh,
I'll let Jaswin share the screen to show his code.
it's not audible. Is she audible? Just
No, ma'am, no.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah. So should I stop sharing the screen and let him share it?
Whether you have actually that screen, Jaswin?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Only the same thing. The given
Okay.
presented screen itself.
What I'm saying is actually execution window, Python window you have. So if you are actually executing from that, no, they will get clear explanation, I guess.
Okay.
Continue and break, only two things, right? Or anything else we have to cover?
No, ma'am. Only these two things.
Continue, break, while.
Yeah.
Okay, Jaswin, you can continue.
So the next one is continue statement. The continue statement skips the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration and moves to the next iteration. Which means the statement keeps the rest of the code. Like for example, here they have given the counter variable, where the counter variable is set to 1, which means the value is given 1 for the counter variable. So the second line where it comes while counter is less than or equal to 5, the loop will run as long as counter is less than or equal to 5. It means it will still keep on executing till the number comes 5 or less than 5. If condition with continue means the next condition if counter is equal to 3. If counter is 3, it increments counter by 1, then skips the rest of the loop for this iteration. It means when if the counter comes 3, then it will be keep on adding number 1 to the given output. The printing the counter, next one is printing the counter. So if the counter is not 3, it prints the current value of the counter. what is the current value of counter is 1. Incrementing the counter plus 1 plus is or is equal to 1, which means it will increment counter by 1, which means it will add again, and the resulted value will be like 1 1 2 4 and 5. It will leave the number 3 and print remaining all the numbers 1 2 3 1 2 4 and 5.
Yeah, excellent. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
If you're showing that actually execution window, no, it would be a little more good. Next time, try to show just one.
Yes, ma'am.
And nicely you explained just.
Yeah. Thank you, Jashwin, for explaining it so well to us. So now we'll move on to the next page. And if you guys have any doubts or on this continue and break statements, you can contact me or Jashwin to clear your doubts. So now we'll move on to the next page. So in this page, what we have here is a question. It is a question for you guys to solve. So for this topic, for this session, I'll hand over to Kundan to explain to you and help you to do this question. Kundan, you can go on. And should I share my screen or will you?
Yeah, like, can I?
Yeah, okay, I'll just stop sharing now.
Yeah.
If you switch on your video, no, then I will be familiar with your faces. If you can switch on your video. And
Yeah, like,
face, now I got it. Like Kundan, Nitish, Bharat, Jaswin, Maria, Sibi, all these people, if you switch on the video, just let me know your faces. Yeah, Sibi, not, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, Jaswin, I got your face. Bharat, okay. Nitish, okay. Okay. Kundan is explaining, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. You can.
Yeah, like, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, like in that question, like, it's there about what she has teach tomorrow today. Yeah, like in that question, it's nothing but it's starting the countdown from 0. Like in that first line, number is equal to and input. Like you should input, like if you execute this, yeah, it will show an box to enter a number from which like computer would recognize that number and start the countdown from it. Yeah, like I'll enter, for example, 8, and it will be countdowning till 1. At last, yeah, like if I'll give this as 2 and here 8, and it will be countdowning still till 2 itself. Yeah, like that multiples of that number. You can also say that it will be substituting the multiples of that number, etc. Like here that at first line it's asking to enter as a number so that the computer could recognize that number, and at second line it's showing that if that number is less than 0, print that count of that number, and number like that limit of that number is 2, and that multiples also can be added in that and if I'll put 3 here and here 8, yeah, that multiples and that minus, like the difference of that number will be printed there. That's it. Like, can anyone gonna try with by substituting some numbers?
By 2. In the place of 3.
Here, which number can I?
7.
Like, it depends on the number which will give it. That's it. Stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, Kundan, you explain nicely. Any doubts? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubts actually regarding this? We have finished, and
Ma'am, I'll just tell them
we
the
have
assignment.
finished.
Yeah, I'll just tell them about this week's
Yeah,
assignment,
okay.
and then I have a small code, like we have to correct some
Last year, last class, that means everyone actually done.
assignments.
Yeah,
Ma'am, 2 people hadn't done it. I think they haven't understood the assignment. So I was planning to explain it once more to them. So
okay.
if they didn't understand, because we have a lot of time left now.
That for loop, right?
Yes, ma'am.
For loop, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. For loop and range.
Okay. Range,
I
okay.
yeah.
Sister,
I'll continue.
last week I sent the assignment. It came late, handed in late. I submitted on Wednesday only.
Yeah, I saw your assignment. It's all fine. I'll just mark that you have given the assignment. So I'll just share my screen right now. I'll share it again, and then I'll.
Only these many participants, or few more are there?
No, ma'am, only these many. But one more is there,
Okay.
Olivia. She's having her exams tomorrow, so she informed me earlier.
Okay.
Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So now that we've finished today's topics, that was while loop, continue break statements, and then we did a small questioning session. I'll just tell you guys your assignments for this week. So the assignment that's written there, it's build a variation program based on the program that keeps asking the user for input until they type exit, skipping the iteration if misspelled or lowercase letters are used. So I bet you guys have some confusions in this, right? Did you guys understand what the assignment means here? What the assignment, oh, okay. So you didn't understand, right? So I'll just tell you guys what it means. I'll just give you a little hint to help you do the assignment. So what the assignment here basically means is that you have to create a program using while loop, break and continue statement, I'll just say it manually so you guys can understand. So you can write like you can use input, and then you can ask the user to to type exit to stop this program. And then if they type exit, we'll break. Or else if they don't, we'll continue the code. With the code will be repeating all over again and again. The computer will be asking for your the computer will be asking you to type exit to stop this code from happening. So as I told you earlier, while loop, by using the while loop, you can repeat something until you tell it to stop. So here, as I told you, you can tell it to stop. It'll keep on repeating until you tell it to stop. So here in this assignment, what you have to do is you have to make the user type exit. When it types exit, you should stop the program. You should stop asking for the user to type exit again and again. Did you guys understand the assignment for this week? Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys understood this week's
Yeah.
assignment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, if you have any doubts on what the assignment is, you can ask me or Maria or anybody to help you with this. You can ask me or anybody any doubts, or the lead instructors and co-instructors will help you to do that. So now we've moved on to the end of today's session. So now we'll just do a quick recap or summary on today's class. So first we had learned about while loop. So it's written there, while loop is used to repeat a code for a set amount of time. So can anybody unmute yourself and tell me what while loop is? It's written right there, but I wanted how you understood. How you understood, you can tell me about while loop. Can anybody volunteer and tell me what while loop means in your own words? Any volunteers?
Bharat, start Bharat. Bharat, you start.
Yes, ma'am.
Bharat, you start Bharat. Then only the other people they will come from friend. While loop, what do you mean by while loop, Bharat?
Ma'am, it's like creating the numbers again and again, or creating something what again and again.
Yeah. Repeating something with a limit. Repeating something with a limit. Okay. Finite. Next one. Is that correct, Anne? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am, it is. So it's basically you will repeat a code again and again until you tell it to stop, until you give it a condition to stop. It will keep on repeating again and again.
Mm. Who is the next one? What is the next question from your side?
Ma'am, I think we can tell 2 or 3 people to explain while loop in their own words, how they understood, and then we can move on to break and continue statements.
Okay. Who is after Bharat? Who is the next one? As per the alphabetical order, can I go?
Yes, ma'am.
Then Jaswin comes.
Yes, ma'am. A while loop repeatedly executes a block of code. For example, if a given code or a counter value is given, it will be keep on repeating until and unless if the proper value is written. I mean like until it is been true, until it is a true condition.
Okay. Who is the next one? B, J, then K, I guess. Kundan?
Yes, ma'am. Like while loop is nothing but repeating that code multiple of times till the user gives a proper value for that.
Okay. Next one, Nitish, right? Anyone I missed?
Come. Hello.
Yes, Nitish, you are audible.
A while loop allows us to repeat a block of code.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Anne. Next.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So the next topic that we had discussed about was break statements. This was explained by Jaswin. So break statement is used to end a while loop prematurely. So you guys can start by explaining how you understood this in your own words so that I know that you guys understood this topic. So I think we can go by the alphabetical order again.
Can you actually go to that break statement, that slide,
Okay.
so that yeah. Yes, who is the first one? B.
I
Bharat.
think
Yeah. The same order. Okay. Bharat. Yeah, tell me, Bharat.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by break statement?
The break
How
statement.
Jaswin? Ha.
A break statement exists a loop when a number is coming order wise in middle there is a break to print and the number.
Okay. That particular number will be broken. No, that particular number will be get skipped. Am I
Yes.
correct? That is
Yes,
what you are going to. Yeah. Next one. Who's next turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Jasmine. Yeah, you are the instructor. So nothing. Next
Yeah.
one. After
The break
Jasmine.
statement is used to execute the loop immediately.
Okay.
If the value is equal to 2, the
Mm.
loops will stop printing the other remaining values. Like
Okay.
the remaining 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 3, 4, 5 will be stopped and only 1 and 2 will be outputted.
1 and 2 will be printed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who's the next one after Jasmine?
Yeah, like when break statements, like in that series, in that code, in that particular code, with that series of number, it breaks the number in the middle if in that code it's lesser than or
Lesser than or
greater
greater
than.
than whatever it is. Ha.
Yeah, like in that code, less. Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah, it's greater than equal to 5, like that. And
Ha.
if counter equals to 3, it
Okay.
breaks the number
Okay.
in that particular series of number.
If in this Kundan, if this in this program, for which number it will break?
Well, like
You can able to see the screen, right?
this one.
Ha.
Ma'am, like
For which?
if counter is, ma'am, 2.
Is it so, Jasmine?
Yes, ma'am. Only 1 and 2 will be printed.
1 and 2 will be printed when the counter is equal to 3. It will be
It will break.
exit.
Yes.
It will break.
It will break. If the counter is equal to 4, what will be the values, Kundan?
Ma'am, like
If counter
while
equal to 3, then break. Okay. We are just changing that statement as if counter equal to 4. What will happen?
ma'am, like 2 and 3 will be printed.
Only
it
2
will be,
and 3 will be printed.
and
Only 2 and 3 will be printed.
and 5 will be break. And
No, first
output
one.
will be 1,
Counter
2,
equal
and
to
3.
1. So 1 also will get print, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So 1,
2 and
2,
3.
and 3 will be printed.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
If the counter is assigned as 4. If the counter equal to 4.
4.
Okay, yeah. Nitish?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, dear. What do you mean by break statement?
Like in some conditions, we have to break the statement.
For
So
some conditions, it will break the statement. Yeah.
yes,
Here, how?
ma'am.
Here, there is a program, right?
Yeah,
So
ma'am.
in that program, for which statement it will break?
Ma'am, 3.
When counter equal to 3, it will be broken. Yeah. Next one. Hopefully I have. Yeah, Sibinath. Yeah, Sibinath. Yeah, tell me, Sibi.
When we use while statement, the code will be repeated continuously. And
Okay.
between the while statement, when we use break statement,
Ah.
it exists a loop, exits
Ah.
from a loop, and stops suddenly over there.
Yeah, correct. Next one, Anne.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So the next topic that we had discussed about earlier was continue. So continue statement is, as it's written there, continue statement is used to skip and continue a while loop. So yeah, so we'll just start by explaining while loop in your own words right now. Again we'll start. So you can tell us what you understood in your own words. Yeah, you can start now.
And you can call the students.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call your friends.
Okay. So Bharat, as you started the last 2 times, you can start again.
The count statements skip the coding of the loop, like while counter is lesser than 5, if counter equals 3, and counter plus 3, it will in a loop output, it will printed from 1 2 3 4 5 like that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing what you understood. And then after Bharat, I think Jashwin went next, right?
Whether what is the result of this? Add 1, 2, 3 also will get printed.
No, ma'am. 1, 2, 4, 5.
1, 2, 4, 5, right, Bharat?
Sorry, ma'am. 1 2 4 and 5. 4.
Yeah. 4. Yes.
Yeah. So now I think Jashwin can continue.
Continuous statement is nothing but it skips the rest of the code in the current loop iteration and moves to the next iteration. Means it will print 1 2 but not 3 and will print 4 and 5 because the counter value is, if counter is given to the number value 3, so it will not print 3 and it will print the remaining value.
Yes. Next one, Nitish. Sorry, Kundan.
Yeah, like in that code, while counter is 5, like for example, while counter is 6 and counter plus equals 1, and if counter equals 4, except 4, in that particular, in that 3 numbers, which number will be the high value in that, except that if counter, like if counter equals 4, except that 4, it will print all the rest of the numbers.
Yeah. I didn't get that actually higher value concept, but yeah, except for everything actually it will be printed. That's correct.
I'm like in
Next
that
one.
while counter is 5, right? In that, that's the higher value I said, like that. That's
Okay.
it.
And
That
Nitish.
limit of that value.
Okay. That limited.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm like, continuous statement is the escape for loop, ma'am. Like it skips the rest of the iteration and it goes to the next one.
Correct. Who's the next one? CB, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
The continuous statement skips the rest of codes which will be in between the loops and moves to the next iteration. As they have shown here, while counter is equal to 5, if counter is equal to 3, counter plus is equal to 1. It skips if counter is equal to 3 code then the result will be 1, 2, 4, and 5. There will be
Yes.
no 3 in that particular code.
Yes, yes, correct. Yes, Anne.
Yes, ma'am.
All explained, right?
Yeah.
Anyone I missed out?
Did we miss anybody? No, right?
No one.
Okay. Okay. So now, I think we have like 3 or 4 minutes left by now. So in this time, I just want to thank everybody for attending today's class. And I hope you all understood what we thought in today's class, right? Did you all understand what we thought?
This week's assignment, can you please actually show it once more? This week's
Okay.
assignment. Yeah.
Yeah. So does anybody have any doubts on assignments or any other topics that we discussed today?
Is there any guidance like you can give for this assignment? Any hints or anything like that?
Ma'am, I had done that already before.
They have done it?
No, ma'am, I told them how to do it. Like I explained briefly on how to
Okay,
do
okay.
it. Yeah. Should I do it again? You all understood, right? Should I explain it again, how to do it?
Anyways, 5 minutes is there, no? 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Uh, just if it is possible, you can share your screen if it is possible.
Okay, I'll just explain what the assignment is again. Yeah. So this week's assignment is, as you can read here, you should build a variation program based on the program that keeps asking the user for input until they type exit and until they type exit. That's the most important part. So for this code, how you can what do you say, how you can write this code, how you can execute this code is, I'll give you a small hint. I think I said earlier, but I'll just tell that again for you to understand again. So what you can do is you can we learned while loop, continue and break statements today, right? So you can apply those you can apply the topics that we learned today to do this assignment. So you can start by writing like input. You can use input in this assignment, and then you can tell please type exit to stop. Please type exit to stop. Please type exit to stop the program from happening over and over again, because we are using while loop. So you will use while loop in the starting, and then you'll write input like please write stop. Please type exit when you want it to stop. Something like that you can write, and then you can write if the user types exit. Now we've asked them to type exit, right? Please type exit if you want the program to stop. So if the user types exit in the input box, then you can break. Yeah. So if the user types exit in the input box, then you can write like break, so that the code will be stopped. Or else if the user doesn't type exit, if the user doesn't type exit, you can write like that. If the user is not equal to exit, and then you can write continue, so that until they type exit, the program will be repeating again and again. The program will be asking the user to type exit for it to stop again and again until they write exit. So did you guys understand this week's assignment?
Yes, we understand.
Yeah. So as I said earlier, if you guys have any doubts based on the assignments or the topics that we discussed today, you can contact anybody from our team, the leaders from our team. So I think we have 2 minutes left. So in that time, we can just say bye to each other, and then we'll go back to the main screen. So I'll stop sharing now, and then yeah. Okay. So now I just want to say thank you again for attending this class, both Vidya ma'am and all of my friends. Thank you for attending. And as I said many times, if you have any doubts, feel free to contact anybody. So I hope you all understood today's class without any doubts, right? Did you like today's class? Was it good?
Yes, it is.
Actually, as a teacher, I liked your class very much. All the people, whoever they have explained, no, for everyone's actually, I liked it. Wonderful
Thank you.
instructors.
Yeah. So we'll focus on getting better all the time. So I hope you all liked today's class. So as I told many times earlier, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask us. So
Just actually, everyone switch on the video.
yeah.
Just a token of like gratitude for instructors, no, for our instructors. We will just actually switch on our videos. Bharat, Nitish, Kundan, Nimida is on. Yeah. You can just take the ask. Yeah, Kundan and Bharat, Nitish. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So we will meet in the next week, right?
Yes, ma'am. So
Yeah.
now
When is
we'll
the
just
last date for to submit the assignment?
it's next Wednesday midnight.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we will meet actually next week. Hopefully you people will actually submit your assignments on time. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye. Happy weekend.
Thank you all. Bye. We can go back to the main session now. You can leave this room. Thank you all.
Yes, then print. Then again, next is vegetables. So it's not necessary. Then skip. Then the third one is jam. It's necessary. Then print. Then the fourth one is water bottle. Then print. So if it's not
I see.
necessary, then skip.
Yeah, thank you so much. Vidya, madam.
Yes, sir. Good
Yeah,
evening, sir.
welcome. So,
Yes.
how was today's class?
Oh, it was excellent, sir. Instructors
Excellent.
wonderfully they explained.
Ah,
While
Whose team were you in? Vidya, madam, your team?
Anne
And
and Jasmine, actually, they both explained for
oh,
today's class.
and are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, can you share how was
About
today's class?
yes, sir. So in today's class, Vidya ma'am had joined, and all of the team members had joined, and there was one person she couldn't join because of her exams tomorrow. But yeah, even though she wasn't there, we were able to attend the meeting, and it was just really good. We had some problems with managing the time in the past two classes, but in this class, everything went very well. And as Vidya ma'am was there, we had a lot more interaction.
Really?
And yeah,
Wow. Thank you.
and
Very good.
yeah, the class went very well. The students understood what we were teaching, and then they were all active in the class.
Now you and your team got a good mother.
Yes, sir.
Mother Vidya, madam.
Oh. Actually, those people wonderfully, they are
Really?
wonderful instructors, our group we are having, to be frank.
Very good, very good. Yeah. Thank you, madam. And Pranava, how was your class?
Yeah, it was good, but we didn't manage time properly, and they were having doubt. As Sanishka said, we didn't had much time to explain about continue. So that was the problem, and even the question part. So I have assigned them to write it and send me, and if they have any doubt, they can call me.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so everyone, you did a great job today, and hope to see you next week. Yeah, have a great evening.
Yeah.
고맙습니다.
Bye, bye, bye. Happy weekend, sir.
감사합니다. 네.
고맙습니다, sir.
음,
감사합니다. Bye, sir.
감사합니다.
감사합니다, sir.
고맙습니다, sir.